Pretty much as soon as I started my 450 career, I tore my ACL almost every year, and I've torn my
Oh,
ACL 6 total times, 5 on my left knee, 1 on my right. So
help me out here. If my, not memory, but my research serves me correctly, you've got Indianapolis this weekend. Was this not the first track that you ran in the Supercross Lights East back in the day?
yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. That's pretty good memory. Yeah, 2010 was my first ever career Supercross, Indianapolis round 1. So yeah, that's where it all started.
Hey, I find this fascinating with certain drivers or riders that when they walk into a certain track, certain stadium, it's like, I feel better about this place. Given this was your first place to run in the 250 Lights East, did you have the same love affair with Indianapolis?
I like to say Indianapolis. The race, I've had a lot of good races and bad races there. So I think my career highlight would be a second 2018 in the 450 class. That was really good. And then I think a career down would be I was leading the championship in 2013, and I crashed and I collapsed my lung and broke some ribs. So that was not a fun one. But other than that, I quite like it here. I always tend to ride pretty well on the soil. It's very rutty and technical. So yeah, I like it. I like coming to Indy. Yeah, we come here quite a lot. Obviously for outdoors, we race at Crawfordsville. So we're in Indy quite a lot.
you know, you led right into what I wanted to talk with you about, because you post a lot about this on social media, especially on Instagram, the different dirts around the country. Obviously, Daytona is very sandy. I'm assuming Tampa probably is as well. The West Coast is just a soft dirt. The Midwest is this clay. You just said you like this ruddy, nasty, gnarly clay. Is that your favorite type to race on?
I don't know if I would say it's my favorite type, but it's something different. It slows the pace of the riding down, where it's so rutty and technical. You're not going at such a fast forward speed. It just slows the track down, which I like. And it's just technical, and it's definitely I see it. I feel like I say this every weekend, but one of the gnarliest races, because you have Oakland that gets very rutty. Indianapolis is always known to get really rutty. Daytona is just grueling. There's a lot of races that are just like crazy. So yeah, it's definitely a softer track, and I like it because it slows that. It's just a little bit of a slower pace because it's so rutty and technical.
So, okay, there's a little bit of that to Supercross versus motocross too. It seems like in motocross, the rides can just be so strung out and you get a lot of speed with motocross. Is that something that's kind of more situational to Supercross, in which speeds can be a little bit slower? Is that a dirt thing?
Yeah, definitely. And the dirt just kind of grabs you and pulls you different directions and pulls you down. And with the ruts and stuff, you just can't go as fast. So, soft dirt and Supercross definitely is very tough, and I wish the fans could walk the track after a main event and see what we just raced on, because it's pretty mind blowing on how the track is at the end of the night. It's crazy.
It's more than just a slogan. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. General Tire's Grabber X3 mud terrain tire offers aggressive styling and is engineered for durability, with innovative performance features that are ready to carry you through extreme mud, dirt, and rock-covered terrain. For extreme traction that's ready for anything and rugged styling to match, look no further than the Grabber X3. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. Check out GeneralTire.com today. General Tire, aggressively styling the speed freaks since 2001.
The biggest racing series in America is coming to your town. It's time to mark your calendar. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Don't be on the outside looking in. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Office of Illinois Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
Dean Wilson, 450 Supercross pilot. Of course, you have Indianapolis this weekend at the Lucas Oil Stadium. Getting to the beginning of your career to where you are now, let's be honest, a dude that finishes where you are, you're still a popular SOB. When you almost have 1 million freaking followers on Instagram, Skipjack, you're doing something right, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a up and down career for sure. Started off really well, was winning a lot and battling for championships. And then pretty much as soon as I started my 450 career, I tore my ACL almost every year. And I've torn my ACL 6 total times, 5 on my left knee, 1 on my right. So that's really slowed me down. And but I'm still really enjoying what I get to do. And
Stop that, Dean. Oh. Dean. How many times on your left and right knee?
5 on my left, 1 on my right. So I have like I have an artificial ACL that I had to fly to Canada to go get done on my knee. And it's like, you can't get this surgery done in America. It's only done in Canada, Australia, and then in the UK. So I went to Canada to get it done, and it's an ACL, and it's like a very, very like a thick shoelace type of material. It's very strong and thick. And yeah, that was my last pretty much ACL surgery I could get. So I all the other grafts that I always got, like a hamstring graft or a patellar or a cadaver, they all just wouldn't hold. And so my knee's pretty messed up. I have no meniscus in it, which is that's almost worse than the ACL because it's bone on bone. So that's what I'm dealing with. But, I'll probably try and go. I'd like to try and maybe do 1 more year next year. And it'd be like 15 for 15, 15 years for the number 15. So we'll see.
Well done. Now, hold on a second. You said that's pretty much the last thing you can have done to your left knee. What if something else happens? I mean,
I'd need a knee replacement. Yeah. So they've done so many surgeries on my knee that there's no cartilage. There's no nothing left. They keep cleaning it out and doing surgeries. And there's just, the way the doctor described it to me is your knee is like a ball tire. There's just no tread left on it. And that was like probably the best way to explain it. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. They just keep cleaning everything out and there's just nothing left of it really.
Dean Wilson, a 250 Supercross champion and running in the 450s in the Supercross series. Of course, Lucas Oil Stadium this week in Indianapolis. Talking about running in the 250s, in the 450s. I've got some pants behind me. I don't know if you can see them behind me. Those are Ricky Carmichael's pants. When he won Arlington, he knows I'm a big Texas Longhorns fan, and I said, "Dude, you win Arlington, you give me your damn pants." He gave me his pants.
That's
but
awesome.
Also Ricky Carmichael back in the day, and I think it was when he was still riding Crasher, that he made a comment about, at least then, that the jump from 250s to 450s was crazy. And the power to weight ratio with that bike
was it was also the new 450s right before his retirement. And just, things had just drastically changed in the sport and speeds were just gnarly.
So Dean Wilson, was that a problem for you? Was the power of the 450 coming from 250s?
No, I always needed more power because I'm a bigger guy. Ricky was just a little guy. So I understand what he's saying from the power to weight ratio. I'm a bigger guy. So when I get on the 450, it doesn't hit like it would for him. So I always loved the more power. And I'm definitely more of a built for a 450.
Are you a big Scottish football fan?
Well, you know how it is, Celtic and Rangers. My mom's side of the family was always Celtic, and then my dad's was Rangers. But I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it, to be honest. But that is the big rivalry, back in Scotland.
Well, yeah, Celtic FC. If you're going to bandwagon a team, frankly, it's Celtic FC in the Premiership. That's who I'd go with. You find right?
Yeah. I mean, probably. I mean, my dad's side isn't crazy into it, but they're always Rangers. But my mom's side is massive Celtic fans, and Rod Stewart was a big Celtic fan guy as well. Fun fact.
Hey, Dean Wilson, man, good luck to you for the rest of the season. And, of course, in 2024, when that hopefully will be your retirement in the Supercross and any motocross this year?
So I'm going to be doing the obviously the U.S. Supercross, the World Supercross, and then the Australia Supercross. So it'll be cool to check out all these new countries and travel around and see places I haven't seen before. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting year and something different.
Dean Wilson, again, 450 Supercross pilot, hell of a career in the outdoor season as well, joining us here in the Lucas Oil Studios. Dean Wilson, man, thank you very much for doing this, buddy. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, and you guys have a good day.